The basic workings of adjectives in Japanese is explained in this video. There are two types, I-adjectives and Na-adjectives. Here's how they work. Here's a list of I-adjectives. The first thing to know, every single I-adjective ends with the hiragana letter I, akai, oishii, kawaii. I'm emphasizing this, but of course it's just akai, oishii, kawaii, atarashi, etc. And there are many, many more. But in contrast, na-adjectives, they end in a variety of hiragana letters. Shizuka, ben-ri, genki, rippa. Na-adjectives do not end with the hiragana letter na. In fact, a handful of them, such as kirei, yume, kirai, end in the hiragana I, which is very confusing. Be careful with these. Even though they look like I adjectives, they still act like na adjectives. So I adjectives and na adjectives are different in two main ways. First of all, when you use them at the end of a sentence as predicates, they need different sentence endings from each other to show tense, whether it's past or non-past, and to show whether the sentence is affirmative or negative. Another way that I adjectives and na adjectives are different is that when you place them in front of a noun, in the pre-nominative, in order to specify which noun or what kind of noun. For example, hats. Which hat? What kind of hat? The blue hat, the new hat, the fancy hat, etc. I adjectives and na adjectives also act differently from each other. So let's take a look at the first case. When you use I adjectives and na adjectives at the end of a sentence as predicates, they take different endings from each other. So they can be non-past, it is tasty, it's not tasty, or past tense, it was tasty, it wasn't tasty. And they can be affirmative or they can be negative. Those require the endings des, katta desu, ku arimasen, and ku arimasen deshita if they are I adjectives. But na adjectives are a little different. They have the same four types of endings, non-past and past, affirmative and negative, but they're not the same as each other. So we have des, deshita, dewa arimasen, and dewa arimasen deshita. So the only one of these endings that is the same between I and na adjectives is the non-past affirmative, oishii desu and hen desu. If you're more familiar with the less formal endings, like oishikatta, oishikunai, hen janai, hen janakatta, these less formal endings, just like in the previous slide, the I adjective endings are different from the na adjective endings. The second way that I and na adjectives are different from each other is when you use them in front of a noun to modify it as a prenominal. In other words, when you use it to specify which one or what kind of thing. You're not just describing the noun, you're saying which one, the new hat, the old hat, the red hat, the blue hat. In that case, I adjectives, you put it directly in front of the noun and you don't add anything new. So oishii keiki, a delicious cake. Kawaii, inu, a cute dog. But for na adjectives, a hiragana na must be inserted between the na adjective and the noun that it specifies. Hence the name na-adjectives. So hen is strange. A strange cake is hen na keiki. Genki is energetic. An energetic dog is genki na inu. And that is how I-adjectives and na-adjectives are different from each other in two main ways. First, in description sentences where the adjective comes at the end of the sentence. And then secondly, if you use an adjective in front of a noun to specify what kind, what type. Hope that was informative. Thanks for watching. 日本語頑張ってください。